came back for the win. Lot of new money in my head. Gonna tell a friend to tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge. I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my head. Gonna tell a friend to tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge. So now they on my body. Made it to the top. Ain't no way that they can stop me now. They gon' say I joined the Illuminati. I got demons all around me. Tell me what they know about me, huh? I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my head. Gonna tell a friend to tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge. I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my head. Gonna tell a friend to tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge.
With your goons, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no
Spread between 4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis. We welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Minnesota Vikings. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Right to the air is Carr. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Play action. Now it's Carr.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merritt.
And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them, and an absolute shock for the quarterback, because he went into it, he saw the numbers we saw, he watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be, but early in this one, advantage defense.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll look to throw. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They'll set up to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And they'll work this down inside the 30. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
He was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this is going to be incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it up to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
46 yards now.
The kick by Carlson is good, and the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage.
Well, it's not the touchdown that they wanted, CD, but still, they got to be pretty happy here. You steal the ball away from them on their opening possession, and you turn that into the early 3-0 lead.
Yeah, you painted the picture perfectly there, all the things that have gone on. And the important thing, other than the lead, of course, is as you described, both sides of the ball now have some momentum.
Vikings take over first down at their own 35-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Their second drive here, the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now, back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
They sure did, and the key number to me was total offense allowed, which was barely over 100 yards. That's a heck of a sign that this defense is really putting all the pieces together and doing it cohesively.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Carr.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Max Crosby able to record his 5th sack of the season.
So on 4th down, Ryan Wright on to punt for Minnesota.
Back deep here, Andre Roberts. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44.
And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down.
That's his first catch of the game, and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking deep for Adams. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Having him in a corner that's worth his salt yet that ever admits to worrying about man coverage. How about the play there, breaking that pass up?
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
Gets this to Waller on the crossing route. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback?
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
And they'll try to run the option here.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, yeah, we called him the disruptor. And that's carrying forward. Touchdown! Hunter Renfrow, his second touchdown on the season. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Vikings, nothing.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw.
Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Vikings, nothing.
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
This first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. It'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now back to throw. And it's complete to Adams. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 41. On play action, they'll throw.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That'll put him at an even 50 receiving yards now in this first half. And it's a 1st down.
Now he'll try to run with this.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
And that's why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Back to throw here. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Vikings are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
It's what you call a rookie mistake. They start the drive with Cook. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They run the counter with Cook. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Max Crosby. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. To return is Roberts. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Their own 47-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points. But then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Looking deep for Adams. He rifles one that's intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
And Brandon, how many times have we talked with these rookies out there? When we finally hear from them, the game's slowed down and they're able to handle things. Not so far for this rookie because right now, back-to-back drives, they picked him off. Not college football anymore. He's got to find a way to handle what these defenses throw at him.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he will be out of bounds. A good yardage there, and he'll get a second to catch his breath as it leads us right into the 2-minute warning. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a quick throw into the hands of Jefferson. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Ezra Cleveland, the guard, called for the penalty there. Carr. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin. And the Raiders are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks it right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw complete there to Smith. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
On
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. First down, here's the run with Cook. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. To throw his Carr. This one brought in by Jefferson. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Cook. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And leading 10-7, and they may just want to get this to the locker room. They'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
They go play action here on first down. Looking again for Waller, and he's got him again. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, first down. They'll look to throw here. Quickly a slant to Renfro. And he'll be brought down at the 27. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He hit his first one. This from 44 yards out now. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Offense set to get this drive started.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Second and 8. Looking to throw. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third. And the Vikings are going to beef up their secondary here. 6 DBs on third. Back to throw. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
24-yard gain on the play. And the Las Vegas first down.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. They'll set up a throw. Renfro bringing it in over the middle. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Raiders first down.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Back to the running game with Jacobs. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll look to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Renfro. Touchdown, Raiders! Hunter Renfro, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Josh McDaniels, he's got faith in his offense, and he's going to have him go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful, and that bumps their lead up even further. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it, because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius, as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
26-yard line.
Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They make their 2nd half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the 6th sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. A pass complete downfield to Renfro. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 39 yards there, a big one.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Here's Jacobs. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal. At the 5-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. Hunter Renfrow. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Raiders take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Vikings 7.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Carr. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
And here's Ryan Wright now, standing just outside his own goal line. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Here now Roberts. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 41-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. He'll look to throw. He'll swing that out wide to Jacobs. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Complete to Josh Jacobs. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the Vikings 42-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play this time. Second down at 6 now from the 42. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Open man, that's Renfro. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. They'll look to throw again. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. 27 yards. And the Raiders are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap 1.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From the 10. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. And this will be a Vikings first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Carr now on first down. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. Now, 4th quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On 2nd and 9, Carr. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
The passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
The Vikings on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. From midfield, here's Carr. And that is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now Carr, gotta have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And this defense will take over right at midfield. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
It's a gain of 25 yards.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Was it Darius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground?
The lessons will continue, but this rookie, he's got to learn how to read situations just a little bit better. That far behind the line, he's got to find a way to get rid of the football and not take the sack, whether it's with his legs or just throwing it away.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to try and go deep again. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Another touchdown through the air for them, and for this rookie quarterback at the helm, he has put them in a great position, Charles, to get the victory in this one.
He's absolutely taken charge. Every touchdown for them has come via his arm. 0 rushing touchdowns, no special teams, no defensive scores. All him throwing the football. He's in cruise control right now, and so is his team.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time they were stopped on 4th down, had a drive stalled out. We'll see how they respond this go-around.
I'm eager to see what their mindset is, because moving the ball, feeling good, and then that abrupt stop on 4th down, do they go back to the bench and go, oh, boy, they've got something for us, or do they go to the bench and say, we blew it ourselves, let's get back out there and move the ball again?
And is it different when you get stopped on 4th versus punt? And now here is another interception. Picked off by Logan Ryan.
And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game,
and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Lewis Seen. Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ballgame.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions, you're not sure what you're doing out there. So to me as a coaching staff, I would think very hard about getting him out and trying it again another day.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. And the Raiders have got him.
Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Well, we all know this quarterback had to spend plenty of time studying prior to the game, but he has to be tired of seeing these guys, especially him. 3rd time now he's brought this quarterback down. Whole defense has had a great game, but 3 sacks, not hard to find who one of the leaders of that effort was.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Carr going to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Dexter Lawrence, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down.
Talk about 2 sides of the ball at cross purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. That front 7, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well.
Carr going to go on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. That one looks like he'll throw here. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Charles, that's a pretty good response from a rookie quarterback. He's had his struggles in this game, including the interception on the last drive, but there he takes him down the field and puts it in the end zone.
I agree with everything you just said right there, and there's a silver lining to all of this, his resiliency. Because let's face it, when things are going bad and you're a youngster, they often continue to go bad. But in his mind and his actions, he said, this stops right here. And how about the positive play he just turned in?
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Vikings 7.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. They fake the handoff. Now Carr able to shake him off. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to him.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front seven today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Duron Harmon. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Carlson down to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Raiders 63, Vikings 7.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
It certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Las Vegas, they climb to 6-2 on the year as they close in on the midpoint of this 17-game schedule.
And another road date awaits them next week.